Hi, female entrepreneurs. It's Christine and Adrienne again.
Hi.
We promised you yesterday that we would have our first topic up and running for you. So, yes, we are wearing the same clothes because we took this all in one day. But our topic for today is elevator speeches. So if you've never heard of an elevator speech, I can tell you from my career with Lowe's, at the executive level, they were teaching us how to really make an impact with a customer in 30 to 60 seconds. So the idea of the elevator speech is when you are literally getting on an elevator with someone for the first time on the ground floor and you hit the top floor button, how much time do you have between the bottom floor and the top floor to kind of sell yourself, sell your product, sell your business, sell your responsibility level, or maybe you're looking for a job. So typically that takes only 30 to 60 seconds. So that's kind of difficult to wrap up like everything you do in one ball.
I feel like maybe shoot for 90 seconds the first time. Because it is tough. You want to give them all the details, but once you practice, you're like, maybe those details weren't crucial, right? I've just lived them, so they're important to me.
So we wrote ours today, and both of ours started out like a minute 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then we critiqued each other, got kind of the idea of what did I say versus what did you hear? Mm-hmm. And then we kind of dwindled it down, and we'll give you some examples here shortly. But this is going to be a challenge for you because this is how we would like you to introduce yourself to the group. And we would ask you to take this information today and spend some time whenever you have time and create your elevator speech for your introduction and what's important to you to share, and do it in a 30 to 60 second video. If you get past a minute, it should be just
slightly over.
But I don't want to be mean, but I might even say we won't approve ones that are longer than a minute and a half.
Well, if you do, just time yourself reading it. And if it is over a minute, just try again and be like, what word can I use to fill those 5 words that I used? Mm-hmm. Or just really abbreviate what you're trying to say. So that would be a good goal.
And remember, this is a group that we hope you collaborate with others. Mm-hmm. So today I introduced Adrienne to what an elevator speech was, and she had never done it. So it was a learning experience for her, but also for me as a teacher. I mean, she immediately picked up on things that I needed to tweak. So had it not been for that partnership, I don't think we would have done the halfway decent job. Hopefully we have. But anyway, so I'm going to cover how to write an elevator pitch. Now, this particular example really is more for that. You're getting on the elevator, the person that you're with is this super well-dressed, maybe carrying the briefcase, going up to the top floor. You know that this person's an executive, and you have the opportunity to potentially make your mark in a career move with them. So first thing you want to say in your elevator speech is, what do you do? Introduce yourself. My name is, and this is what I do. It doesn't have to be as cut and dry as that, however you word it. But now that we know your job title, can you tell us what you do when you're doing what you were hired to do? So really, like, what is the purpose of your business? And then you really need something that grabs their attention. What makes that person put their cell phone down, stop answering text messages, stop reading that email, and really like look up and say, oh, okay, what she has to say might be kind of interesting today. And then once you have your quote hook, what do you want from them? What do you need? Is it a contact information? Is it you want them to be part of a contest? Absolutely, one thing to remember in business is instead of just you giving your business card out, make sure you're getting their information so you can do the follow-up for your business, because the likelihood that they're going to come back to you is very slim, unless your elevator speech was great. But one thing that we talked about today was the fact that you need multiple elevator speeches in your wheelhouse. So for me, the product line that I sell, we have 3 specific kits or regimens, whatever you want to call them. And I might be talking to a customer who already knows what my business is, already knows my name. I don't have to get into that, but I need to get really detailed really quickly about the benefits of a product. So at Lowe's, at least I can tell you, we were taught like anywhere from 5 to 7 elevator speeches at any given moment can be relevant to your business. So those are kind of the how-tos. There's definitely some websites out there. One in particular we'll share like in the link right under the comments. But we want to kind of challenge you to do that. We have worked on ours today.
A little bit.
A little bit. So we're going to go over them. And ours are closer to a minute. And we want to hear your feedback. We want to know if you felt like this was like something that if you were literally on the elevator with us, grabbed your attention, it would make you want to know us as a person or want to know us and the business that they're in and learn more. So we have 2 different examples for you. Adrienne is going to cover one that is focused specifically on more of you need to hire me type of
or the things I've experienced in my work career from beginning to now.
Right. So if she's in front of an executive or someone important in any of the companies, you know, she'd be able to kind of give her information in her resume super quick. The one I'm going to cover is a little bit more about the product that I sell. And you'll see the difference between the 2. So we are willing to help you and spend the time as you create these before you post them, but we would really love to see participation and know that what we've done here is going to make an impact with you. So cue Adrienne.
So like Christine mentioned, I had never heard of an elevator speech. I've always just been in management and dealt with what I was dealing with in the moment. I didn't really have to sell anyone on it or talk to too many people about it. So that was great for my personality because I'm not a talker. I don't like to put myself out there. I don't like to bring attention to myself or what I'm doing. So kind of just always, I didn't really pay attention to how important it was and what the value was. But it is important because it's like we were talking about mantras. Like if you tell yourself something in the morning and that's your purpose for that day, then that's what you live by. So if you're more comfortable in communicating who you are and what your purpose is, you're going to live that every day, and you're going to build your confidence. And it's just a tool in your toolbox to make yourself better and put yourself out there. And there's
kind of a better version of you.
Yeah, it's like wrapped up in a bow.
Yeah. Well, time is money too. And I can give you an example real quick. I went to get my nails done yesterday and my son's hair appointment was right beside the place. And we got there, his hair appointment was at 3. We got there at 2:15. He sat in the car until 3 o'clock while I started to get my nails done. Well, when he went in to see his barber, the barber literally walked over to the nail salon. I didn't tell you this. And he was like, "You guys have been here since 2:15." And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You're my only client today." And it's Halloween and I would really like to just go home. And he said, "Have a beer." And I was like, "You can blame it on him," because I told him to tell you that he was here. But to that point, I told Carlos, you need to tell my son and teach him that your time is valuable and time is money. And that's a lesson for a 13-year-old to learn, but also for us, like having these elevator speeches is really about time saving and the impact that you're making in a short, literal minute of your life. So, all right, I want to hear yours.
Are you making me go first?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So envision I'm walking onto an elevator.
Okay.
And I am, putting myself out there and initiating the conversation. It's going to seem a little awkward at first, but just pretend like you're friends with this person. I don't know. So I am going to start my speech with, hi, I'm Adrienne Smith. I'm always looking to grow my network of professionals if you want to swap info. I love business and helping people better themselves in their situation. There are a few things, very different things, that I'm currently a part of. After leaving a 12-year career with Starbucks, I joined a funky bubble tea company out of London called Bubbleology. I opened the first 2 sites in the US and served them as their area manager. I also sell the #1 skincare line in America with my mother-in-law, who's a longtime user. You may have heard of it, Rodan and Fields, those successful and popular dermatologists who started Proactive. And most recently, I started working towards a certification as an independent consultant with World Financial Group, where we offer financial support that can change the future of families. We as hardworking Americans strive to make more money by working harder, but we are mostly in the dark about the potential to turn it into more by working smartly. So all in all, I just love connecting with people and bringing happiness and the possibility of a better future for them. Right now, I'm actually holding a challenge with my team where we are competing to see who can save a family of the most in their monthly finances. Do you know of anyone who would benefit from that?
Okay.
The end.
The end. Okay. So how do you feel about that?
I feel like I have more confidence in myself. Like I've wrapped up and like put a label to what I'm doing and what my agenda is and how I'm putting myself out there. So it feels good to kind of just think about what it is that you do and how you want to do well.
Summarize it. And, yeah, what you really want from it too. I heard you ask that question at the end, do you know anybody? Like you're asking for business at some point. In this elevator speech, your point is not just to get their contact, but to really get some kind of commitment to you, whether it be a yes or no question. You definitely can ask those open-ended questions versus yes or no's. It's really like your flow, but ideally, like you don't want to get off that elevator without having some kind of follow-up with that person. And one thing to add is you said you feel like you kind of almost know yourself or your business grouping better, is that you have to memorize these. And the shorter they are, the easier they are, but the more you say them and the more you practice them, listen to yourself on your voice recorder or whatever, your elevator speech becomes part of you. And I think you probably already have some kind of like, hey, this is what I do and this is why we're important. But what is that grab? What is really getting the customer's attention or your client's attention in 60 seconds or less? Depending on the setting, your elevator speech is going to change. So that's why I said have several in your wheelhouse, because you're talking to some people who have no clue what you're talking about and some that are more of an expert than you are. So you have to be prepared for both. So I'm going to do mine. And I was looking for my glasses, but I can't see them. So I'm just going to like zoom in. I'm so blind. It's awful. All right. So here's my second round, the things that we corrected. Ready, set, go. Hi, I'm Christine Kimball. I'm an executive beauty advisor with Willing Beauty. Did you know that what goes on your skin is absorbed in your body within 26 seconds? That means that the cleansers you use every day are making you feel great on the outside, but maybe not so great on the inside. My goal with our company, producing safe and highly effective products, is to educate consumers on the options they have to reduce the amount of potentially life-threatening toxins they put into their bodies through their skin. With Willing, I work hard to focus on proper skincare for all ages, starting from ages 10 and up. I like doing things the easy way too. So, oh, I lost my place. I told you I was blind. I like doing things the easy way too, don't you? As long as my products take me less than 3 minutes in the morning and night to do, then I'm comfortable sharing them with someone like you who has a busy schedule. I'm currently putting together a group of ladies working to take their high five challenge. That's simply replacing their current skincare routine with our regimen for 5 days and getting their feedback. do you think you and a few friends would like to take the challenge together? Oh, the bell like literally went off. A text message came through. So, so you can see like the stark difference. And even though I felt like I had that down, I was really relying on reading it.
Yeah.
So that would take some practice for me. And my first version of this was much longer. And like, to your point, like, what can you say in one word instead of 5 words? So it was really helpful to have that person who was getting a message that maybe I wasn't trying to portray.
And you may have noticed that we both sell skincare, but we can be each other's best allies because our main focus is to support each other and to just see the other one as a friend and a businesswoman. And so we're going to have people who sell the same things or do the same thing, offer the same service, but you can learn from them and you can support each other. We're not just out to get each other's business in the group. We're trying to learn from each other and what has been successful for the other person.
That's a good point, because I would love not just like, let's say we both do different skincare companies, but we've had several realtors join the group. So if you as a realtor create an elevator speech, you know, and you think it's really going to be effective, give it to another realtor who's struggling perhaps, or maybe you just saw their name and say, hey, I do the same thing you do. Here's the speech I created. Do you want to bounce it off of each other? And if that other person just takes your speech and literally fills in the blanks with their own information, you know, what you've added to that person's life is kind of exponential, just because you don't know how many times they're going to say that elevator speech and it's going to turn into business for them. So that's kind of our point as well. But we hope you enjoy this. We hope you practice it. We are super looking forward to you guys doing this. What should we give them, a week?
Yeah. Well, we're going to try to do a post a week.
Yeah, something educational.
So, you know, next week we'll switch to a different topic. And so we'll give you guys a week to kind of just focus. I mean, we only took, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes to write them and just read them back. So it's not something that it's going to take too long. But I think a week is a good amount of time.
Okay. So that will be, let's say, Thursday.
Wednesday.
So, no, it's not, because we're posting this
in Facebook world. It's Thursday.
So Thursday to Thursday, that'll be good, because that'll be a good segue into the weekend and everything. But we appreciate you being here. We look forward to learning about your businesses, and please reach out to us if you need us.
Yes.
Take care.
Bye.
End meeting.